everybody, it's Savannah, and today I'm going to be decorating my journal for the week of July 29th through August 4th. I'm going to be using this Summer Allure sticker book by Live Love Posh, and I decided on this sunflower theme. It's just really bright and fun, and I feel like I could really use that after the week that I've had this last week. So I think where I'm going to start is just by putting down this corner sticker. And I'm going to cover up these lines as well using the jelly roll, the Sakura jelly roll number 10. Let's see, should I just cover up the entire, maybe I should. Yeah, so I want to leave myself room to write because I feel like last week, I mean, I had a pretty good, or this week, or it's actually the night of Thursday I don't know, let's find out. Thursday the 25th. I left myself a pretty good amount of room to write. I mean, I barely have any decoration in there compared to some of my spreads, but I want kind of the same amount of space at least because, I don't know, I've just had like a lot on my mind. My week wasn't particularly stressful for any reason that I can dial down other than like finances have been rough, but that doesn't normally, like, that hasn't been really affecting my overall mood lately. I feel like I've been doing pretty well with, you know, knowing that things will get better and worse at times, and we always make it through it. But I don't know, it's just getting to me right now. I think mainly because, I mean, it's just not our fault, and it never has been before. It's just that, like, currently we're just in a situation with our mortgage company, and they have been behaving quite criminally, if you really want to know the truth of it. So without getting into like too much detail, they have been screwing us over for, I mean, over a year now. And there's just like nothing we can do about it, you know? Like, we can't afford a lawyer. We actually did hire a lawyer last year because we have a case. I mean, we definitely have a case. But the lawyer, I don't know, everybody in our town seems to have zero desire to work. Like, everyone's always on freaking vacation, I swear to God. Oh, there's something stuck under this one, fuzzies. Whatever, I'm not gonna worry about it. But yeah, so we had hired a lawyer and didn't get very far with talking to him. I mean, it feels like we would, you know, our correspondence was delayed greatly. Like, every time we would finally get a hold of them, it was like, well, first of all, we're on a clock, you know, we're getting charged for even talking to our lawyer when we are. And it just didn't seem like he was really paying attention to the issues that we were talking about. And so once we like took the mortgage company to court, they were basically, what our lawyer was doing was trying to get it to where we could get our mortgage like extended to pay it later. And, you know, that's great and all, except that's not the problem. Like, the problem wasn't we needed more time to pay it. The problem was the mortgage company themselves stealing money, basically, and lying and doing just a bunch of criminal stuff. So I don't really know what we're gonna do about that whole thing. we finally, without getting, I mean, like, I've already probably blabbered on about stuff people don't care about, but like, without getting into like too much detail, essentially they just at one point stopped taking our mortgage payments and gave us our money back and said that they were putting us in foreclosure. And which was completely criminal in the first place. And we finally got a hold of like somebody who actually decided to show up at that mortgage company for their job that day, and they were like, oh, okay, it looks like you have put in the paperwork that we've lost multiple times. Because this, I'm not even joking, like they, every time they would ask for a piece of paper or, you know, some sort of documentation, whatever, we would send it to them. They would send us a message saying that they received it. And then the next time we'd call to check in, like, hey, why have we not heard anything about this? They'd be like, oh, we never received that. And so, yeah, it's been a freaking nightmare and a half. And so finally we got our mortgage reinstated, which we had to do through the same company because they tanked our credit. So no other, you know, there was no option but to go through the same people we were having the issue with. And we got our mortgage reinstated, but of course now we're being charged way more than the original, you know, price for our mortgage. And so they put us on like a trial period to make sure that we could pay our bills, which is just so degrading. So degrading, honestly. Because like I said, us paying the bill was never the issue, ever. That was supposed to end this last month. July was supposed to be our last one. And we have not heard anything from anybody about, okay, what's, you know, next month's mortgage payment gonna look like? It should be going down. We've made all of our payments or whatever. And so we got a call, you know, like maybe a week ago, asking if we wanted, I shit you not, guys, I'm sorry for my language, but asking if we wanted to make a payment on our mortgage. And my husband, rightly so, went off and was like, what the, you know, what are you talking about? Do I want to make a payment? I've paid, you guys are criminal. And so I think he got hung up on a few times because at this point he was angry. He's still not ever like aggressive and mean, but he was angry. And finally gets a hold, I don't know if I want to use this. I mean, I do, but I kind of want to put this with the box. I think I'm going to wait on that. Finally gets a hold of a competent employee, and she's like, yeah, it shows that you have made your payments, but that the last payment you made was for the month before, so you're still one behind. And he's like, absolutely not, you know, so on and so forth. And so she like kept looking into it. She's like, you know, I only have access to what I can see here, but yada yada yada. She obviously knew this company is not above board. And so she said that she would like personally handle it and whatever. And that she was going to reach out to the department that would handle, you know, this sort of thing. And that she would personally check on, is this the one for this? Hold on. That she would personally check on our status as well for the, sorry, I say a lot, I know that. that she was to check on the status for our trial period that we were in. And I haven't heard back from them again. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things where I'm sure they have 8 billion employees who never speak to each other. We supposedly have an agent, like our own caseworker or whatever. And haven't, I think we've talked to them one time in this entire year-long debacle, and they basically said nothing. A whole lot of nothing, as they tend to do. And so, yeah, it's been kind of a nightmare. It's been really not fun dealing with this for the last year. And let me see, I want to put down, let me go back to those stickers. You know, knowing that it was being handled as slow as the process was, at least it was like, okay, well, whatever, you know, in this time period, there's literally nothing we can do about it. So what's the point in stressing about it? But right now it's just like, we have holidays coming up and are being charged so much extra money on an already expensive house. Like, this is already not a good economy. And groceries are already unaffordable, and it's just like really been getting to me this last week that that nothing's being done, and that there's like literally nothing that we can do about it. So yeah, I've been stressed, and I need some happy joy somewhere in my life. I'm greatly concerned about the holiday season, because like I said, my husband makes decent money and works really hard and has more than one job. Paying our bills wasn't an issue. It's gotten increasingly like more difficult as the price of groceries and everything has skyrocketed, and we do have, you know, basically my entire family lives with me, so it's a lot of mouths to feed, but it's been doable. It's been manageable for years, and it's just getting me increasingly concerned with, you know, my nephew's birthday is the 3rd, and then my son's birthday is right before Christmas, and then there's Christmas, and we have an annual Halloween party every single year for our anniversary, and it's been going on for 6 years. And it's like, do we cancel these things that are like a part of our life, that like you can't just say nope, no Christmas, because these people are being shady, but at the same time we have no options, and it's really crappy. It's getting to me. I really want to put this somewhere. I don't know where to put it. Maybe I don't really want to bring in pink. Were there any other colors? There's like a tiny bit of pink, I guess. Oh wait, I forgot. There's another set here. So yes, I'm going to, I want to put this lifeguard tower somewhere. This is really cool. Do I already have one? No. But yeah, I not to get on here and like whine and complain. It's just, you know, this is my journal, and I was just explaining why I need some feel good in my journal this week. I cannot tell which way is like even on this. There's lots of angles. I don't know. I feel like I should have not put that there. Like I need places to write, but there's so many good ones in here that I don't want to. See. But yeah, it's just frustrating. So I haven't been sleepy good. I've just been like super stressed out and really needing something something to change for that got a big old bubble in it. Let me see. I don't know where my X-Acto knife went. I'll have to do this from the bottom where it's ripped because I don't think I can pull up the entire top part of that sticker. All right, good enough. But yeah. So I don't plan on, I'm not canceling anything yet. I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I'm holding out hope that things stop sucking quite so bad. But it's disheartening. It's definitely not ideal. This is just so, maybe I'll just put it directly on top of this box. But this spread is happy, and it's already making me happy. I really love yellow, like I don't like neon yellow, but like a dandelion yellow, chef's kiss. This color yellow, basically sunflower yellow, I quite like. I mean, I want to use more stickers, but I also want room to write, so we can probably put something more around here. Maybe this camera. That camera's cute. We already have the shoes. Kind of like the shades, but they're over there already. Let's do the camera. Considering these boxes aren't like super pertinent to writing in a journal, I'm gonna try not to use all of them because I do want to use them again later at some point in a maybe I should have went with yellow in an actual like planner spread, not a journal spread, but I'm gonna use at least one more of these yellow ones. It just kind of feels like, I don't know. I don't want it to be lined up, but I don't want it to be yeah, I guess we'll put it here. And then maybe put this like off to the side more. And maybe throw in some flowers. But it is kind of wild. Like, I feel like it's something else experiencing a company, not just hearing about it, but like actually experiencing, seeing someone do like super illegal crap and like just getting away with it because they know nobody can afford lawyers, like, especially in this economy. Like, it's just kind of wild. But I guess that's the world we live in right now. So I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm still planning. I'm still pretending like things are going to work out by the time that they need to work out. Kind of a mind over matter situation, but it is stressful. It's definitely not great. I want to add, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have even bothered with the pink at this point, since there's not that much to use. I think I'm gonna look for some washi. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Let's see. Like, I'm being drawn to the pink, even though it's barely in the spread, but I kind of want to do it. I think I'm going to, and then I'll bring in more of the pink stickers. I believe this is Live Love Posh, but it might be Planny Thing. I think it's Live Love Posh, though. I think. What else? What else has been going on? I do feel like I have made great progress with my mental health at the same time. While it was a very stressful week, I really need my X-Acto knife. Just a moment. While I feel like, you know, it was an incredibly stressful week, I feel like everywhere else I've kind of made some headway. I've been really stressing about, like, making sure my kids are where they need to be academically. Like, my son, I feel like, is a little bit behind on his speech. And I'm not trying to worry about it, because every kid learns at a different pace, you know. But it does seem like he might need possibly speech therapy at some point. He definitely tries to speak, but he kind of like says everything with like a D sound. So I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know. I literally can't think of an example off the top of my head right this second. But yeah, I mean, he's not so far back that I'm super worried about it. I'm definitely not. But I'd like it to progress a little bit, just to make me feel better. But he has been, this last week, he's been doing really good with his speech, and without taking him to speech therapy or anything. It's just like naturally hanging out, talking to me, talking to sister, whatever. So that's been really great. And I feel like I've kind of, what brought that whole thing up was, like, I was trying to think of, all right, I need to make a set schedule in my life and start kind of like changing stuff up to where I dedicate specific times of the day for specific things more than I'm doing already. To where, like, my daughter's potty training, she's done potty training, but she's also not done, like, she's 4, so she's potty trained, but I wouldn't send her off to school with where she's at with it, if that makes sense. But my son's the age that I want to start potty training him too. And it's Irish twins for you, I guess. But he has expressed interest in potty training, but hasn't quite understood. Like, we tried to do the no, like, run around without a diaper all day thing, and try to set them on the potty. That didn't work out very good. Like, he literally he just didn't even bother to say anything when he peed. He was playing with his sister, or like playing with his toy. I don't remember. He was just, 10 feet away from me, if that, and didn't say anything, peed all over the floor, and then kept playing. And my daughter came up to me. She's like, "Oh, Pablo peed all over the floor." Like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. He was so gung-ho about it that I was like certain that he was going to tell me. But yeah, so I'm going to designate like specific hourly tasks to do certain things, where it's like, okay, right now we're going to read books during the day, because it's usually just like a before bed thing in our house. But I kind of want to do it during the day. That way my son can kind of watch my mouth while I'm talking. And he already does that while I'm just talking to him. But I feel like if he's actively engaged in a book, it might be a little bit more interesting for him to follow along. Just to kind of get an idea of how to move his mouth and say the right, I don't know the word I'm looking for. You know what I'm talking about. And then my daughter has been like nonstop talking about wanting to go to school, and she's not old enough to go to kindergarten yet. So I figured, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're going to start kind of doing homeschool. So I feel like that'll get my son involved, because he always wants to do like whatever his sister's doing. So I figure that would be a good time, just like, yep, we're going to do homeschool for a couple of hours every day, and custom tailor it to each kid. And that way it feels more official, and they're more likely to actively participate in like what it is that I'm trying to do. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but, or if I'm making any sense. But that started with me talking about my mental health. Those things are constantly on my mind. I've been stressed about it and feeling like there's no way I can properly, get my house done and get enough time playing with the kids and do schooling and make sure I get to cook dinner and blah, blah, blah. Just feeling like super overwhelmed, because sometimes I have weeks where I'm just not capable of doing everything, I just can't do it all. And sometimes I can. So I'm feeling pretty good about I can get some stuff done. My medications have I figured out the issue with me being tired all day with my medication, so I fixed that. Feeling pretty good about sort of implementing some new stuff into my schedule, and actually making an actual schedule. And I want to start going on walks too. It's so hot outside. That's why I hesitate, because it is the South, and it's gross and sweaty and humid, and there's mosquitoes everywhere. But I really want to start doing maybe just like little nature hikes with the kids. Not hikes, I mean just walk around my neighborhood, but like see who can find the pine cones, and just get outside more with my kids, because I hesitate to go on actual walks with them. We just kind of go in the yard and catch fireflies and stuff, but we don't really go outside of our house very often. But I want to do that, and hopefully that'll just improve overall morale in general. I think I'm gonna try to find like this teal. I don't know. This is a big washi, but I kind of I feel like I was just kind of all over the place right there and didn't really end up saying much of anything, but that happens. the point is I'm doing okay and feel confident enough in that at the moment. What else? I would really, really, really like to start reading again. I'm pretty sure I talked about this like the last couple of videos where I don't know if I cut it out or if I actually left it in, but like, yeah, I need to get back into reading. I'm in the middle of a million books and just hit a reading slump and haven't bothered to get back into it. But I think part of that is just designating time, because I feel like I'd much rather go on YouTube when I have free time, because short form content makes brain happy, you know. And the other reason is just like when I have quiet time after the kids go to bed, I just end up cleaning or doing other productive things when I would like to take at least some of that time to read a book when I can actually concentrate on it. Yeah. I don't like the washi color I picked. I should have went with probably like this one. That would have been a much better choice. It's just, these are the boxes that went with it, I'm pretty sure, unless I missed a whole thing of boxes that were supposed to go with it. I don't think it was these because there's no purple. Pretty sure I picked the right ones. Yeah, pretty sure those are the colors that were supposed to go with that particular pack, but maybe I was just supposed to use the yellow. I don't know. Maybe a quote, that might be fun. Let's see. Sweet summertime, good time and tan lines, hello summer. Yeah, I guess good vibes only. Maybe we'll do that one. Good vibes only. That's what we need right now. Although this is not really matching the vibe, but I guess that's okay. Or no, I'm gonna put it back. I actually don't like the way that it looks with it. And I might even change out this washi, but I'm not gonna bother doing that on camera because that's gonna take a long time. So yeah, I was supposed to get on here and like try to talk about how things are going to be better this week, and instead I just made myself all upset again. But they will be better this week, and I'm hoping that the rain lets up a little bit. I love the rain. Don't get me wrong. We need it with how hot it's been. If it rains consecutively for like days on end, then it does tamper down the heat. But if it just rains for like a day, it's really bad. It gets really muggy. But like I said, going on walks would be kind of cool, I think. Trying to think if I want to do anything more. Let's look through the stickers again. Maybe put this cup. Well, goodness, this one did not want to come off the page. I feel like it's kind of blank down here. I kind of want to put something else, but I don't know what. I feel like the floating hands are just weird. I don't know. feels out of place to me, and I don't know, maybe the bracelets? It's kind of weird. Oh my goodness, I'm struggling to get these off of here. Yeah, no, that's still pretty weird. Oh goodness. Need some pink up here. I might leave it at that because, like I said, I want room to write. I feel like this is happy enough. Like, it's not, it doesn't feel empty to me. Yeah, I hope everyone else's week has been a little bit better than mine. I feel like I'm super out of frame again. Pushed my planner way too far up. Well, I tried to clean up the washi tape on the side over here, and I've just made a big ol' mess. But let's name this. We'll do we'll just do sunshine on my mind. I don't know. I like it. I think this one's gonna look a lot better after the pen. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's cute how it is. It definitely is. It does feel a little blank to me, but I also am very sticker happy. So, you know, filling up the planners always just looks much better in my opinion. But I know probably a lot of people see this and are like, that's chaos. But I like it. It's a chaos that I thrive in. So if you like it too, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe and do all those fun things, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.